Hello and happy Halloween! This year I tackled the huge project of sewing a semi-historically accurate witch's costume, including everything down to the stays and the undergarments. If you missed that video, I'll go ahead and link it here for you. I decided to make a totally separate tutorial for my witch's hat because it ended up being so incredibly easy and took me only about 30 minutes to complete. Plus, it's reversible and has a little extra secret feature that I'll share in this video, which in my opinion just takes this hat over the top. So without further ado, let's just get into it. I started out by creating a paper template for the hat and brim. For the conical part, I drew a right angle with both straight edges measuring 17 inches, then measured 17 inches from the corner, starting at the end of one of my straight edges and ending at the other straight edge in order to create this curve. For the brim, I drew a big circle measuring 10 inches in diameter and another small circle within that measuring 4 inches in diameter. You can see I did this by holding one end of the measuring tape at the center of the circle and then rotating around that point. Using my paper pattern, I cut one of each shape out of my black flannel and my checked flannel. Then I folded each conical piece in half with wrong sides together and sewed a 1/2 inch from the raw edges on both pieces. Quick tip, don't forget to trim the seam allowance for a very pointy point. Next up, I pinned the brim to my hat with wrong sides together, matching the edge of the smaller circle with the bottom edge of the cone piece, then sewed where I placed the pins. I did this for both sides of the hat, but as you can see, I applied some fusible interfacing to the black side of the brim just for a little extra stiffness. Then, with right sides together, I matched up the seams and pinned and sewed up both sides of the hat together all around the edge, but left about a 6-inch opening so that I can turn the hat right side out. And don't forget to really poke out that pointy point. I ironed all the way around the brim and also folded down and ironed that opening in order to make it easier to sew together again later. Now, here is the secret ingredient of my witch hat potion. I purchased some thick wire and wound 4 pieces together to create one very long wire that was exactly the length of the outside circumference of my brim. I made sure there were no sharp edges by taping over the ends because we don't want any hocus to pocus. See what I did there? Just some little witch humor for you. Then I inserted that wire into the opening of the brim and taped up the 2 end pieces of my wire. Lastly, I sewed up the opening of my brim by hand using a blind stitch so no thread would show, and voila! As I mentioned earlier, the whole project took me about 30 minutes and I couldn't be happier with how easy and cute it turned out to be. I also love the fact that it's reversible, so I can just turn it to the black side if I wanted it to wear with something else. If you found this video enjoyable or helpful, then please throw me a like and consider subscribing for more sewing videos. Oh, and here's my friend's cute dog Otis modeling the hat for you. Have a happy and safe Halloween, everyone.